Hello everyone, my name is Azanatar and I'm currently pursuing my master's in data science. Today I will be presenting a detailed analysis of recommendation engines focusing on how industry leaders like Netflix and Amazon use these systems to personalize user experience, drive engagement and shape digital interaction. Let's begin by understanding the role of recommendation engine in today's information heavy world. In today's fast-paced digital world, users are constantly finding or surrounded by an overwhelming amount of content, products, and options. Whether it is choosing a movie, music, or finding a product, people face a common challenge. How do they find what actually mean to them? That's where recommendation engine comes in. These systems use data and machine learning to provide users with suggestions that feel tailored specifically to them. From suggesting a new series on Netflix to offering personalized product recommendation on Amazon, recommendation engine play a vital role in shaping how we engage with data content. These systems not only enhance user satisfaction but offer significant business advantages. They improve engagement, increase reaction, and directly influence purchasing decisions. Companies like Netflix and Amazon have led the way in showing how recommendation technologies can transform industries. Today we will Today we will understand how these systems work, how they are evaluated, their benefit and limitation, and how they can be improved for future use. Now let's talk about key assumptions. Before diving into the technical detail, let's outline a few important assumptions that guide analysis. First, we have that user behavior, such as watching, clicking, and purchasing, give us reliable insight into personal preferences. Second, into assume that recommendation system have a measurable impact on business outcomes like customer retention, satisfaction, and revenue. Third, we rely on current academic and industry research to support our findings and proposal. Finally, we assume that system under review, namely Netflix and Amazon, are representative of state-of-the-art industry practices. A study by MC Kinsley and Company 2021 highlighted that personalized customer experience can drive up to 5 to 8 times the return on investment for marketing strategies and can boost sales over by 10%. This illustrates just how powerful personalization can be when implemented effectively. It also reinforces on assumptions that recommendation engines are not just advanced but essential tool for digital business success. Now we are going to talk about recommendation methods. Now let's look at how these systems actually work. Recommendation engine generally fall into three categories: collaborative filtering, content-based filtering, and hybrid model. Now let's talk about collaborative filtering. Collaborative filtering make recommendation by analyzing the preferences and behavior of users who are similar. For instance, if two users have a similar viewing history, one might be shown something the other enjoyed. This technique works well with larger user bases but often struggle with what known as the co-start problem. When there isn't enough data but a new user or item, it can also have difficult scaling efficiently as the data grow. Despite these limitations, collaborative filtering remain a core strategy in many recommendation engines due to its ability to uncover hidden patterns across users. Now we are going to talk about content-based filtering. On the other hand, content-based filtering focus on the attribute of item themselves. If a user has watched several science fiction films, the system might recommend similar one based on genre, director, or themes. While this approach is more tailored to individual user taste, it can lead to lack of variety, constantly recommending the same type of content. Additionally, content-based filtering assume that user preferences remain static, which is not always true. Now we're going to talk about third recommendation method, which is hybrid model. To solve the limitation of both methods, many platforms implement the hybrid model. These systems blend collaborative and content-based filtering, allow them to deliver more accurate and diverse recommendation. Hybrid systems are more flexible and tend to perform better across various scenarios. Companies like Netflix and Amazon use hybrid system to handle the complexity and scale of their platform. Moreover, hybrid models are increasingly incorporating real-time behavior data to update previous instantly. Now we are going to talk about Netflix recommendation engine. Netflix, the standout example of hybrid system in action. According to Gomes and Hunt, over 60% of Netflix total viewing is driven by its recommendation engine. This is a testament to how effective this system is keeping user engaged. Netflix employed deep learning models, especially CNNs and RNNs, to always analyze user behavior. These models learn from patterns such as filtering, watching sessions, or switching between genres, or watching certain type of shows at specific time. For example, the system might run that a user prefer light comedies in the evening and intense with on weekend. What makes Netflix system even more impressive is how it adapt recommendation based on context, like the device you are using, the time of day, or even recent watching activity. It's not just about what you have watched in the past, it's about what you are likely to want next right now. Netflix continue to innovate by integrating new user signals such as scrolling, behavior, or interaction with trailer to fine-tune its recommendations. Now we are going to talk about Amazon recommendation engine. Amazon, on the other hand, rely heavily on item-to-item collaborative filtering, which means it recommend product based on what user with similar browsing or purchasing histories have interacted with. Linden established report that this approach is responsible for more than 35% of Amazon's total revenue. Mixed bag. What makes Amazon system so effective is how seamlessly it integrates recommendation across the entire shopping journey, from homepage suggesting and frequently bought together item to checkout prompts and post-purchase emails. It's not just about selling more, it's about creating a more convenient and personalized shopping experience for each customer and users. Amazon recommendation engine is dynamic. By dynamic, I mean it update in real time based on what's in stock, seasonal trends, and individual user behavior. This flexibility help Amazon maintain relevance with its recommendation and keep user coming back on platform. Furthermore, Amazon integration of contextual cues such as location, purchasing history, and search intent make the system exceptionally responsive to user evolving needs. Now we are going to talk about socio-economic impact and user experience. Let's explore how these systems impact users and businesses. On the positive side, recommendation enhance the user experience by helping people find the relevant content quickly. They also encourage deeper engagement and brand loyalty. Netflix personalization help users discover shows they enjoy, increasing their satisfaction and encourage them to continue the service. Similarly, Amazon recommendations simplify product discovery and drive repeat purchases. In both cases, the technology support business growth while improving user satisfaction. However, there are also some concerns. One major issue is the creation of filter bubbles, a concept introduced by Pariser in 2011. These occur when users are only shown content similar to what they have already engaged with, which limit exposure to other diverse ideas, product, or perspective. Over time, this can lead to intellectual isolation, where users are unaware of alternative viewpoint or offering. Moreover, as Zuboff in 2019 discusses, in the age of surveillance capitalism, recommendation systems don't just reflect our preferences, they help shape them. By constantly suggesting certain type of content, they can gradually influence user behavior and even options. This can be seen as both a strength and a risk, depending on how the system is defined and regulated. Now we are going to talk about ethical consideration and bias. Recommendation engine raise important ethical questions. These systems rely on a large amount of personal data, often collected without user full consent or awareness. While personalization brings values, it comes with privacy risk. Another concern is algorithm bias. If the data used to train recommendation models reflect existing societal biases, those biases can be amplified by the overrepresented while others are underexposed. For example, certain general product type might be overrepresented while others are underexposed. This can reinforce stereotypes or limit content diversity. Another report, which is conducted in 2016 by Mittal Starit, emphasizes the importance of transparency and accountability in algorithm system. Platform must develop fairness-aware machine learning models and perform regular audit to ensure ethical outcomes. Transparent systems not only improve user trust but also ensure that companies remain compliant with privacy regulations such as GDPR. Now we are going to talk about evaluation criteria. In recommendation system, we use several criteria: effectiveness, scalability, cost efficiency, user experience, security and privacy, ethical implications. What is effectiveness? Does the system suggest item that user actually enjoy? From scalability, we mean can it handle millions of user and product without losing quality? From cost efficiency, we mean is it worth the resource needed to run it? And by user experience, we mean is it easy to use and helpful in real world situation? By security and privacy, we are talking about are user data protected and handled responsibly? And by ethical implications, is the system inclusive and transparent? Now we're going to talk about Netflix and Amazon generally score well across most of these in evaluation criteria, in these evaluation criteria, especially in effectiveness and scalability. However, more work is needed in area like transparency and user control. User feedback mechanism, explainability features, and ethical audit should become standard part of future evaluation models. Now we're going to talk about recommendation based on research. Based on the analysis, here are 5 recommendations to improve the system further. First one is integrate advanced deep learning. What is integrate advanced deep learning? Use integrated advanced deep learning is a more powerful AI model like CNN transformers and NLP to understand complex behaviors and context. These models can uncover deeper user intention, enabling more personalization. Another recommendation is enhanced transparency. What is enhanced transparency? Enhanced transparency is provide simple explanation for recommendations. This build trust and help user feel more in control. User education should also be a part of transparency effort, explaining how and why data is collected and used. Now we're going to talk about reduce bias. Implement fairness-aware algorithm and conduct regular audit to identify and fix bias outputs. In addition to audit, data sets should be regularly reviewed and diversified to reflect broader population. Further, we recommend offer user control. Let user influence their recommendation through filter, tags, rating, and feedback. This empower them to customize their experience and allow platform to gather more relevant preference data. And the final recommendation we are going to talk about is ensure cross-platform consistency. Make sure recommendation remain consistent across mobile, desktop, and voice assistant to create a seamless experience. Synchronization enhance continuity and ensure that user preferences are respected regardless of the device used. Now I'm going towards conclusion and future look. In conclusion, recommendation engines are a critical part of how we interact with data platforms. Today, Netflix and Amazon show us what possible when personalization is done right. Better user experience, stronger engagement, and tangible business growth. But as these systems grow more powerful, companies must also be more responsible. Ethical design, user transparency, and privacy must be at the forefront of future development. Regulations, industry standards, and public discourse will play an important role in shaping how these systems evolve. Looking ahead, recommendation will likely incorporate real-time context, emotional data, and even voice or facial recognition to further refine personalization. There is potential for these systems to not only respond to what users like, but to actively engage them in shaping their experience in meaningful and ethical way. With careful designs and responsible innovation, these systems can continue to serve users while respecting their privacy and preferences. Now this brings us to the end of my presentation. Thank you so much for your time and attention. I hope this deep dive into recommendation engine gave you valuable insights into how these systems like those by Netflix and Amazon are shaping the digital landscape. If you have any question or feedback, I'd like happy to discuss them once again. I'm Azanathar. Thank you.